Marty Raybon, Mike McGuire. Hello, fellers.
Hello, fellers.
Hello, fellers. How many years have you guys been doing this?
September this year will be 40 years.
Wow.
40 years.
40 years. Marty started playing. Marty started playing with us at a little nightclub we worked at in Muscle Shoals called the MGM Club. And Marty started work with us in September of 85.
Now, isn't it true that you guys wanted to name the band MGM?
No, that's what everybody referred to us as. Funny,
we didn't have a name.
That's right.
That's why we actually didn't have a name.
They called us the MGM band.
They just called us the MGM band.
I think instead of Shenandoah, it should have been the Rhythm Rangers.
Well, it almost was.
Is that really a name you guys always?
No. That was one that Rick Blackburn at that time at Columbia
Rick
Hall had slung on and said, "Well, boys, y'all got a record going to press 5:30. Hold on just a minute. Let's get Blackburn on the phone." So he gets Blackburn on the phone on the conference call. Blackburn said, "Boys there?" Rick said, "They all here." Said, "You tell them it's going to press 5:30? I did. Which one they pick?" And
what name?
Yeah, it was either
Shenandoah
the
and the Rhythm Rangers was it.
or Shenandoah. And I looked at that, man, I ain't no Rhythm Ranger. That didn't even sound right. You see that guy? He's a Rhythm Ranger.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You got little superhero outfits.
At that point, we really didn't care. We'd been looking for a name for 6 months, and nobody liked anything we slung out there. So,
well, here you go. It's 2 dozen roses. Here's the Rhythm Rangers. You may know them as Shenandoah. Shenandoah in the studio with us, Marty and Mike doing the touring. Would you guys ever see a point where you don't want to tour anymore? You don't want to you just want to be like, we'll head on off and do our thing.
No, probably. It's probably going to come down to where we might slow down a bit. Because I'll be honest with you. I mean, we're like mercenaries. I mean, we're
guns for hire.
Look, we started in January,
and we're through December,
and we just work. People say, "Well, man, why don't y'all just do a tour? Like everybody else does, like a 70-city tour." Well, that's great. But what are you going to do when the people are asking you to come on after you get past the 70? Mm-hmm. So we just keep going.
That's just the way we've always done
it. So
it.
you don't limit yourself. You don't really do. You book all this stuff ahead of time, but there's no hard tour.
No,
there hasn't been, no.
We call things a tour for the reasons of calling things. The business. It's like records that you put in a different bin in a store.
Yeah.
Put that over in the bargain bin. This goes over here in the 5, and that. Everybody's got to have a title for something.
We've been
so
on,
that everybody knows where you go.
We've been on tours, but we've never had a tour of our own.
So we call it like this year. The tour we got is the Road Not Taken tour. No, it's the Extra Mile tour, and which, a few years ago it was the Every Road tour.
Gas sure is expensive tour.
Stuff.
That's right. Yeah, sure is.
Can't pass a fuel stop tour. So we just do that for nothing more than you got to call it something.
Yeah.
And really, the reason why you want to make sure that you do that is so that you can put down your dates. And just to be honest with you, look, this is not a music business secret, but it's very impressive when you lay out a string of dates and people look at it and promoters and buyers and go, them guys are working 100 days, and I don't have a date on them guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so before you know it, it's kind of like, well, if I'm going to get them,
you better get them for the
I
sellout.
better get them quick.
Shenandoah is our guest. We'll come back more with them. You can check them out online and tour, speaking of, ShenandoahBand.com. Shenandoah joining us, Mike and Marty. Is it still weird to you guys that you got Luke Combs playing your song, 2 dozen roses at concerts? You got Jason Aldean and Luke, the other Luke, Brian doing, versions of your songs. And you sit back and just go, this is pretty cool. I hope you guys are able to enjoy all the work that you've done over the years. Sometimes I think artists are always like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? And you never have a chance to literally smell the roses.
Well,
2 dozen roses.
I think when
thank you, Bubba.
When The Voice came out, a gal by the name of Lauren Dusky sang "Ghost in This House," and then there was another gal that was on the Opry one night, and
Kelsey Ballerini.
she
did
sang
the same thing.
"Ghost in This House," and there was another gal that sang it as well, and that slips my mind right now. But you know, and you think, you know, and then the first thing that happens, you can't listen to it, and the reason why you can't, because your family's calling, going, "Hey, turn on The Voice, turn on the." Well, I'm watching The Voice. Okay, man, what do you think about this? Well, let me hear it. You know, so
Right.
you know, you just make a note of, you know, not answering the phone when that happens, and
It's pretty cool though, man. I hope
very-
you are
I
able
mean,
to
there-
experience that.
Yeah, and I was going to say there's probably 100 people on YouTube covering Shenandoah songs as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Big
Everywhere.
stars,
Everywhere.
nobodies, just people, everybody who just love these songs.
You're the boys,
well,
man.
my niece had went to a Jason and a Luke and
Miranda.
Miranda Lambert was with them that night, and they had a little satellite stage set up. And what they would do before the show, they'd go out there, and in other words, they just kind of throw people some free music, and they do covers. And this is really actually how all this kind of started materializing when Luke and Jason came to sing on this. I got invited. Carrie, Luke's manager, invited me. So she got up with Cole Johnstone, our manager, and said, "Look, Luke's having his 30 number one party," and said we would give anything in the world if Marty would, you know, learn one of Luke's tunes and surprise him, and have him come sing one of Luke's number one records.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, so I did, and I listened through him, and our bass player, I said, "Man, what do you think?" He goes, "Man," he said, "Marty, I tell you, I always heard us doing fast." And so anyway, I listened to it. I go, "Man, you know what? You're right. That sounds like something we would have cut." Anyway, so I learned that one. And so anyway, so that night, they kept me upstairs. They didn't want Luke to know that I was there. So anyway, so I finally started making my way downstairs, and Jason had already done his thing, so he and his wife was standing alongside the stage and everything. And I said, "Man," me and Jason got to talking, and I said, "You know," I said, "we just recut a few of the tunes." I said, "You know, we done the old record label change, and you know they wanted the back catalog," and I said, "Man, we recut Sunday in the South." I said, "Man, I'd give you anything in the world if maybe you and Luke would, you know, at least kind of consider maybe coming over and, you know, and throwing a vocal on this thing." And Jason said, "Man, are you kidding?" And I thought, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that. And he goes, "Man, I would love," he said, "I'm telling you, that's Luke Bryant's favorite tune. I can tell you right now, yeah, and if Luke's going to do it, you better have me on it." And I said, "Well, man, I'd give anything in the world." I said, "Look, we've seen y'all do it. Man, we got all kind of video of y'all doing it." My niece was at a concert that night, and she held the phone up. She goes, "Listen, Uncle Mart, listen." And they were doing Sunday in the South. Of course, I couldn't hear it. I mean, I could tell what it was.
Right.
But she said, they're doing y'all's song. They're doing Sunday in the South. And I said, "Wow, that's incredible." And then the next thing you know, we started seeing those videos of them doing their little satellite stage before the show would kick off. And anyway, while we were talking about it, you know, Jason said, "Man, we do covers," but he said, "Man, we do that one every single time. We do it every time."
Wow. That's what I'm talking about, man. Guys, artists love y'all. You're like the artist. And I know it's uncomfortable maybe to even hear that.
It is a little.
But you guys are. You really are. Speaking of, it's Jason and Luke. Here is Sunday in the South with our guest, Shenandoah. Shenandoah in the studio with us. We love you guys. You can check out the tour schedules on their website. You can just Google up Shenandoah. You can find them there. You guys, you're still at it, man. And, you know, you always have a home here. If you ever need anything, you get a ShenandoahBand.com, and you can get all the tour schedules and videos. You guys doing any kind of social media? Like, are you, like, making videos yet? Like, dumb, stupid
TikToks?
You're doing all that?
Yeah, that people catch us doing stupid stuff. That's how most of it gets on there.
Our bass player, Paul, he knows how to do all that stuff. So he usually, every week, he puts something out there for us.
Man, please don't tell me it's already on there, Marty. Sorry about
It's already done. I'm sorry. Good to see you guys. Thank you. Shenandoah, everyone.
Good being with y'all.
All right. Well, that was great. That was good. You did good.
Thank you.
I have no idea what it was because this is taped afterwards, but
you were amazing, though.
Thanks. Appreciate it.